Hey, I'm going to show you a series of mobility exercises you can do for your shoulders with a yoga strap. So what we're going to start with is a shoulder dislocate, okay? So it's not as scary as it sounds. You're just going to take your hands really wide on the strap to start with. Your arms are going to be locked out straight. You want a little bit of posterior tilt so your glutes are engaged, your core is stable, and your trunk is going to stay in the same shape, right? And then you're just going to take your strap all the way over, try and tap your bum with the strap, and then bring it back to where it started, okay? So all the way over, tap at the back, and then bring it around to the start. Okay, now we're going to start to get a little bit technical. As you come forwards, you're going to protract your shoulders. So almost like you're trying to make your arms longer out in front of you. As the arms go overhead, you're elevating. Try and lift your shoulders up towards the ears as much as possible. At the back, you retract. That means shoulder blades are trying to squeeze together. And then as you lower, you depress your shoulder blades, okay? And then it's the same as you reverse back over. So you're trying to get your scapula to go through the full range of motion as you go around, right? If it starts to feel a little bit looser, all I want you to do is just loop your hand over the strap, make it a little bit shorter, and then it will kind of advance the shape for you. Nice, just go for one more. Great, and now we're going to work on our shoulder extension. I want you to take your strap behind your hips, your palms are facing away from you, and your hands are just shoulder width apart. So we're going to try and find that retraction again. So that means you're broadening your collarbones, your scapula are pulling towards each other, and then you're going to try and lift your hands as far away from the back of your body as possible. You might find that as you do this, your shoulders almost kind of round forwards to compensate for the lack of length, lack of space that you have on the anterior side of your shoulder. So try and be really strict if possible. Know that if your shoulders are rounding forwards, it's just a compensation, and then you're getting less out of the stretch, right? So you're lifting all the way up, and then you're going to pull back down. Retract the scapula, lift the arms up, and then lower. Cool. Retract, lift up. Hold it here this time, and we're now going to go into a roll down. Keep trying to be active through the back of the shoulders. Tuck your chin and start to roll yourself down into a fold. You don't need the legs to be straight for this because we're not focusing on the hamstrings today, so you can soften the knees as much as you need to, and then allow gravity to add its own load to this shape. So you're just kind of pulling the arms overhead, asking for a little bit more length on the anterior side of your shoulder. Great. As you roll up, you're going to see if you can keep your shoulders at that same angle. So now as you get to the top, you're actively trying to recruit in the back side of the shoulders, right? So you're rolling down. As you're at the bottom, you're trying to ask for length from the front of your shoulders. And then as you roll up, you're actively recruiting for the back of the shoulders, right? Go for one more. See if you can pull a little bit further over. Curl all the way up. Nice. Hold this last one here. Again, try and notice if your shoulders are rounding. Can you pull it back even more? And now, with this shoulder extension, you're going to imagine that your strap, you're trying to rip it apart, and you're going to try and pull your arms out sideways, okay? You should feel your shoulders really fire up when you do this. Really pull, 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 pull. Just for another 3 seconds, and then we're going to do the opposite. 2, 1. Now try and squeeze your shoulders together so that the strap goes slack, okay? Try and keep the hands elevated as much as you can as you're squeezing in. For 3, your triceps might fire up as well. 2, 1, relax it down, great. And now let's just go back in to our shoulder dislocates once more and just see if it feels any different. Okay, if you've got more space, loop the hand over, go again. Good, and then remembering to get the scapula to move through all planes of motion here. So retract, elevate, protract, depress. Cool, just go for one more. Nice, and rest it there. Good job.